Bright Memory is my first RTX game, and what a choice I made. Recently delivered out of early access after a little over a year, Bright Memory is kinda a mess. An extremely beautiful mess that I have mixed feelings on. As a critic, it's slightly repulsive on a few points, but as a gamer, well, it's just dumb fun. I almost enjoy it the same way I love watching bad films. So I'm going to cover all of it. Let's do this.
Where am I? How amazing!
Right away, let's get it out of the way. How much chaos is in Bright Memory? The interface is cluttered, the dialogue doesn't make any sense, I think it's a language thing, and I can't believe these are the enemies in the game. I'm not sure the game is serious, or if it's a joke, or if it knows it shouldn't be taken seriously. I'm kinda an everything is serious person, but there is something about playing Bright Memory that makes you wonder if the developer knows what they've done. It's a, hey, look how silly we're being right now, feeling I have, which makes the game more endearing than it should be. It's the moment when you're lighting a bonfire that's ripped straight out of Dark Souls, when you start to wonder if the developer is in on it. Anyway, that doesn't really give you much comfort when you realize this is about 40 minutes of gameplay. I'm not calling it a glorified demo, but I understand how some people feel burned. At the full price point, it's a little much. Now, buying into this version does get you the later version with the secondary title Infinite. However, who knows when that's going to be finished, so you must be feeling a little charitable when you purchase Bright Memory. Next, the parts of Bright Memory I enjoyed. To start, it looks fantastic. RTX actually does add to the visuals in a meaningful way. Is it worth the price of the video card? Probably not. But if graphics are your #1 top priority when selecting a game to play, and you have the correct video card, then Bright Memory will do. The lighting is fantastic, and on some level, I enjoyed playing for the visuals, which is rare for me. Remember the first time you watch something in high definition versus standard definition on TV? It's a little like that, but not as dramatic. The included tech demo lets you alternate between RTX on and off so you can see the improvements. This does kinda go back to the whole game feels like a tech demo, but it's a good demo. You run through this bizarre world filled with eclectic enemies and a few puzzles. The game rates you on the combat, Devil May Cry style, and it's okay. It doesn't feel that relatable, and the scores don't seem to impact anything, so I pretty much ignored it. You bounce between shooting the enemies, waiting for your EMP to charge, so you can use it to make the enemies float. Then you can use your light blade skill to slash them. All of these are on a cooldown, and your guns are fairly worthless. You're going to be emptying clips into the enemies for what seems like days. The melee skill is only usable when the timer is active and it's quick. So it's a little hacking and slashing that is useful, and then some shooting to pass the time. I don't understand limiting the player so much with what seems like basic skills. I want to be more active and make my own decisions with how I want the fight to go. While the combat is still fun and the best part of Bright Memory, it could use a few tweaks to make it even better. A side note, mixing the E key for the EMP skill and using the same E key for actually interacting with stuff in the game is a mistake. There are plenty of keys on a keyboard to not mix them up. Sometimes I use the EMP skill when I'm trying to use a lever, and it's annoying. Overall, I don't recommend Bright Memory for normal gamers. there's something here, but I can't promote the fact that this is a short game experience created to sell a future product. The future is extremely uncertain. Still, for a one-person development team, I'm curious what the future holds. Well, and I get a free copy of the next game whenever it comes out, so I'll be sure to cover it then. Hit subscribe. Thank you, thank you. Bright Memory was one of a kind, but what should I play next? Thank you very much for watching, and hit subscribe.